forget to like and subscribe. Now please enjoy the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we'll be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes 3 out of 5 Aerialbot Silverbolt. Now taking a look at him, he looks super cool as the Concorde. You can see right now. And he looks like the Generation 1 version too. That's really cool. You can see here. You can see the windows. Right there. You can see the front. And every Concorde needs its nose down to reach its supersonic speed. Now, let's take a look at the bottom, shall we? Now, there's really not that much detail, but there is a cool feature that did come with it. So as you can see here, this right here, this little piece right there, that's landing gear. It's part of the superion head, which is really cool. And there's landing gear right here and here, and you can flip them up and down. So it's like a normal airplane where you can just flip all the landing gear and flip it back down. Really cool. So yeah, that's the Super Concorde. Well, not Super Concorde yet. Let's get this guy out of here. Let's take a look what made him a Super Concorde. Now, this is supposed to be the base mode and the combiner mode. But I won't spoil too much because we're starting in of course, the jet mode. Now, taking a look at it, it's just really there's not that much detail to go in besides one big brick, really. Yeah, that's the problem. And it does have the wingspan right here, which I guess could help it a bit. But let's combine Silverbolt with the brick thing. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to come over here, grab your Silverbolt, and you just want to flip the wings up. You can see right there, you can flip the wings. Alright, then the next thing that you want to do, now I just want to point out something. I am using my big studio because this guy is oversized and would not fit in my normal studio. So I'm just using my big studio, and you can see that I can't even fit him in the camera. But anyways, let's get straight into the transformation. Next thing that you want to do is you want to just flip up the wings. We don't want to connect it yet. That will come later. What you want to do is you want to get your gun, and I don't mean Silverbolt's gun. I mean the big gun. And you just want to flip this forward, and then flip it to the side. Flip this up, and this connection should go into a peg right here. And then you just want to put that in place. And you just want to push it in. That's all you want to do. Yeah, it's so big it won't fit in the camera. It's a little hard. You might need to put some force to it. There you go. Then you just want to push it down. And well, bam, you got yourself the tail wing. Alright, so the next thing that you want to do is after putting that in, you just want to flip out something. You want to flip out these. These. Alright, so once flipped out, that's good to go. Alright, then what you want to do is you want to bring your Concorde. Alright, you got your Concorde, right? Alright, so then you just want to push it in, and then these right here, these yellow, this little yellow should go into those things. Should go into them, and well, bam, you just slide them in, and well, bam. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to pull down the wings and make sure that's in place. Everything's in place. And you want to pull this apart. Yeah, you want to pull it apart. Alright, there you go. Well, bam, you got yourself the Super Concorde. Now, as you can see right now, it's massive. It just won't fit in the camera, so I'm just going to have to scoot the camera back a bit. Now it fits. So, you can see right now, there's not that much detail to go around, but there is the front, and then this giant pack, and just scaling him is really big. Now, I'm going to bring Aerialbot Air Raid, the 1 out of 5 Aerialbot Air Raid, and I'm just going to show you a size comparison of what he looks like. So, here he is right now. So you can kind of see, there's one problem with mine where it just won't stay together, as I said in my last video. So you can see here that he's actually massive. Really big, really massive. And the cool thing is that it's actually, you could just put it on there. Well, bam. Just put it on there. Like nothing's. You just put it on there. Like, look how big he is. He's a really, really, really massive figure right here. Now, and just the one part of the Concorde is really big too. So that's cool. That's the great add-up, and especially for a commander class because it is humongous actually. All right, so the next thing that you want to do is we're going to start getting into the transformation of Silverbolt. So what you want to do is you want to just grab this giant brick right here, and just want to, well, before we grab the brick, you just want to flip the wings up, and well, bam. And then the next thing, oh, and I forgot to say that you could actually add this on. Oops, well, that's meant to do that, but you just want to add this on to that hole. This hole goes into that hole. Ow, that hurt. Doesn't want to. Okay, there we go. All right, so, and you can have your gun at the bottom. So one thing that you want to do is you just want to flip up the wings. That's the first thing you want to do. Okay, once you got the wings flipped up, you just want to pull these down. All right, and then the next thing that you want to do is you want to just slide it away. So just pull it. Yeah. So the landing gear will come down because, I mean, just do this. It doesn't work, but it just moving forward, it will kind of like pull it back. So yeah. Okay, we got move it to the side. Let's move this to the side. So let's bring in Silverbolt again. All right, then you just want to pull these down, flip these up. Oops. Okay, make sure everything looks like it is, except for the wingtips. Then you want to flip it over. You just want to flip this, flip that, and make sure all the landing gear is down. All right. Once the landing gear is all down, you should have two components. This piece and this piece. And you can flip these back if you want. Alright, the next thing what you want to do is you want to grab your Concorde, because you know it's just the Concorde. You want to grab it, you want to flip it over, make sure all the landing gear's down, and then you just want to open this. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to open this until you can kind of see it's like a cockpit. You want to flip the nose forward, and you should be missing a nose. Once the nose is missing, you want to pull this up. So, there we go. Once it's pulled up, you want to pull it up. Alright, oops. I had to push it back in. And then, once it should be flipped up all the way, and then you just want to... Okay, it's not working. But just, there is a mechanism that allows you to pull it up, and then it does this type of thing, where you just push it up a bit, and then it just does this. Alright? There you go. Alright, so next thing that you want to do is you want to flip this up, right? And you should have it looking like this. It does look kind of funny, but that's just what you want to do. Next thing that you want to do is you want to pull it like this until it looks like it's a missile, ready to launch and ready to fire. You want to pull it down, and then you should snap into place because it ends up doing this type of thing. Then you just want to snap it together. Oh, bam, you got yourself to snap together. Alright, once it's snapped together, and it does make a snap noise too, so that's an extra add-up. You want to flip up the wings, and you kind of see Silverbolt and Superion. You can see Superion's head right there poking out. Okay. So once all the airplane details is head up, we're gonna head over to Silverbolt. So you just want to pull this down and this down. All right. Once it's pulled down, you want to pull up the feet. You want to pull up the feet, and well, bam. So it should just kind of look like this. And then you want to flip out the heels. All right, once flipped out, it should be flipped out, okay? So the next thing that you want to do is you just want to grab him, and then you just want to twist around the legs until they look like this. Same thing for the other side. Twist around, looks like this. Alright. So once that's done, you should see him starting to form, kind of. So then you just want to pull down this chest plate, and then you want to pull out the arms. And just again to point out how big he is, I just need to do this. I just need to pull down. Let's adjust the camera a bit. Right. So once, getting back to the transformation, you want to do this. Alright. So you should have him looking like this. And then you want to flip out the hands. Alright. Flip out the other hand. Once both hands are flipped out, you want to push in Superion's head. There we go. Right, and then you want to pull out Silverbolt's head, because Silverbolt will block Superion's head. So, and it should make a snap bit, and then you just want to push up the chest plate. Once pushed up, right. You pushed it up all the way. It's not sticking. For some reason, it doesn't stick all the time, so I just need to push it in. And there are a few connection ports that connect to a bunch of pegs on his chest plate, so it's one feature that you need to look up to. Alright, once it's done that, you're good to go once you turn around his head. Alright, so I think the reason he's snapping me up, okay. So there is this problem where Superion just fights it. Great, this came off again. Alright, so there's one problem that I've encountered a lot with Superion's head. It doesn't want to go in. It just doesn't want to go in. The way to fix that problem is by a simple solution. It's because the antennas on Superion's head are supposed to go into little ports on the bottom. So just, you can see that. Alright, so Superion's head is in there. I can't pull it out enough because, yeah. So I'm just going to have to bring in the camera. Alright. So there is a problem with mine and just doesn't want to, continue doing its thing. So you just want to come over here. You can see there, it just doesn't, you can see that my finger, the light flinks. Yeah. So those antennas go into those holes, as you can see, right? So you want to close it down and on the antennas. So make sure the antennas go into those holes. So I'm going to just do this right now. I won't do it on camera because I can't really catch it on camera. So I'm just going to align it right correctly, and then it should just smoothly be able to go together, and then we'll bam. Alright, taking a look at Silverbolt. Here is he. Now he is one big figure. So now I know I said Spinister was probably my biggest figure that I have. Now that was in the past, because even Spinister is smaller. Now it is a commander class, and he is standing just besides a deluxe class. But here's the gun too. Now the gun is blast effect compatible, I believe, but I don't have the correct blast effects. So yeah, that's it. And taking a look at his giant piece, you can kind of see that it's bigger. He's bigger than his own piece, so yeah. All right. Now taking another size comparison, we're gonna take a look at the size comparison of Topspin. See how he's bigger than Topspin. Now I will be doing a review on the Wreck and Doom collection with Topspin and Spinister, but that's in the future. So we're just gonna focus on the present, the right now. So he has a small gun. It's not the biggest gun. You could give him the giant gun, but I like that gun as for the base mode or for the combined mode, because it's just, this gun fits him, honestly. So it is a really big figure. I can just grab him with my hand and then I just, it is stable, And taking a look at the detail, it looks like the Generation 1 version. Very cool, very decent. Now taking a look at the back, it's not quite G1 version, it just, this piece right here, only if it's removable. I don't know if it's not, but if it is, then you can remove it and it looks better. Alright, so yeah, this is him. He's just so cool looking, honestly. I'm just gonna be in that right now. And another thing is that the Bruticus, which is coming out, that's why Vortex is here. Bruticus, I believe that they're gonna be the same size. For, you know, the Silverbolts and Onslaught are probably gonna be the same size. And I think that Onslaught will have a runway instead of, you know, like this. But I won't give up too much because I'm not certain. Yes. And let's get straight into the transformation of the base mode. So we're just gonna grab our Silverbolt over here. Alright, then you wanna grab this piece right here. Okay? So you just wanna grab the brick, right? Then you wanna remove this piece, put it to the side, we'll save it for later. So then you wanna remove this, you just wanna pull it up. Just don't pull it up so much, but you wanna pull it up and it should unclick with its place. It doesn't click, but it just works. All right, so we're just gonna do this, and then bam, you can just take it off. So this is there. So this will be same. We'll be saving that for later too. All right, so the next thing that you want to do is you want to put this to the side. Our main focus is on this. Alright, so I think you just gotta keep this right now. Right? So what you wanna do is you wanna grab and make sure everything is like put together like how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I think so. Alright, so just wanna push it down like this, right? And it does like kind of align with itself. You wanna just flip these back. Okay? Don't flip the entire thing back. You just wanna flip these parts of the thigh back. Alright, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that it looks like this. It's facing like this. Alright, and you just want to grab your giant brick here, and you just want to attach it. Hold on, how do you attach it? Let me see. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, my mistake. This is supposed to be flipped over. And then you just want to attach it, right? So, there are holes right here and right here that will go into a few pegs. So this one and this peg, and then the same thing on the other side. So you can see right now, right? Oops. No, I think you just need to use both hands for this one. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so you can see that right now. And then what you want to do is you want to take your sniper gun, and then you want to pull it out, right? And then there is a connection at the bottom to connect onto here. So it just goes like this. Hold on. It just goes like this. So kind of see like how it's supposed to look. And there you go. You have your base mode. So then you want to bring your Silverbolt. Great, he's doing it again. Okay. You want to bring your Silverbolt, and then you can just, you know, his base mode. I mean, it's just a wall. I mean, now taking a look at, well, air raid. It's bigger. Air raid is bigger. Yeah, air raid's bigger. You know, unless I could have made like a landing dock or something like that, then that would have been cool. But they made a base mode. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a base mode really. Same thing with the sniper. I think it's blast effect compatible. Just don't have the right blast effects. I mean, these are the only ones I have, really. But yes, that is the base mode. Yeah, there's really not much detail to go into about this thing. It's just, you know, it's just the base mode, really. Just really all it is. It's, you know, Silverbolt with his giant cannon gun thing. And then it's just a wall sort of thing. Yeah. So that's that. Now, let's take a look. And let's go straight into my favorite part. Oh, shoot. Into my favorite part, the combine mode. So just want to move everything, right? So once you have possession of Silverbolt right here, you just want to take his wings, flip them out. You can see his wings are flipped out. All right. The next thing you want to do is you want to turn around his head, and then you want to pull down this. All right. So once you pull down, pull it down as far as you can. Okay, then we can take out our superion head. Okay, there you go. You got your superion head, and then you want to flip the piece in. You want to flip into the head. All right. But before we close it, you just want to do the exact opposite of the transformation. So yeah, just want to flip this, okay? So once all things are flipped, now make sure it's facing like this and this. It should hear a snap noise, and it should kind of look like this. And then what you want to do is you want to, once everything is there, you want to click it into place. All right. Oh, hold on. Everything should be into place, All right, so this is superion. All right, once you have everything, all that, we're going to go down to the lower part of the body. And you want to flip his legs like this. Technically, you're just kind of like transforming him again. Just kind of transforming him. So, you want to flip this, and you just want to flip it like this, Now, sometimes you can kind of get confused because, wait, why is it doing this? It won't connect them to each other. Well, it's because where the knee is, there's another joint. Now, it's not meant for articulation and things like that, but it's just supposed to be the knee. It's supposed to be like a part of the transformation. So then there's a hole that's supposed to go into here, all right? Then you just want to push that in and do the exact same thing for the other leg. There we go. Alright, just gonna push it in. Alright, and then once both are in, oh, dang it. Oh, okay, so both are in, right? So then you want to come to the back. Once the wings are spread out, you just want to pull this up. Oops, that didn't sound good. So you just want to pull it up. It should make a snap. Alright, so once pulled up, you want to flip this out, not too much, but to like it looks like this. All right. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to just take your base mode. So let's move our. So hold on, before I move, this is how your Silverbolt's supposed to look. Oh wait, hold on, one more thing. Just want to flip down these, and then this is how it's supposed to look. All right. So then you want to come over here. So then you want to just attach this part of the body, or disattach it. All right, remove this too, and then you want to pull your base apart. So it should come apart. All right. So this is one part, the arm. This is the other arm, and these are the legs. Oh, great. All right. So you should have 4 parts. Now let's work with the legs first. So you want to come over here, come to the back, of course. All right. So you just want to flip this up too, and once both are flipped up, just pull this up too. All right, and make sure that these little pieces are fit in, because these pieces prevent this from falling down. So there should be like a little button that you press in, do it on both sides, and flip out everything. Yeah, just flip out everything. All right, then come to the front, and you just want to flip this down. All right, flip this down. All right, just want to push the heel in until you're trying to push it in, and there's a hole that goes into this little piece right here. All right, and it should have the legs. So you have part A, part B. Now let's go into part C. So you want to come over here, and you just want to bring this out. And you also want to bring out the arms, but I'm just going to use one because I'm going to show you a cool trick that you can do with another one, with the other arm. So it's just going to bring out this one. All right, so you can see here, you can flip out the hand, and then you want to flip these down like this, and then flip this piece out. All right, once everything is flipped out, you just want to do this. So make sure everything is like this, So technically you're just extending everything and re-clicking and putting it back into place. And flip this wing down, right? And then you should have this down, and then, well, bam, you got yourself one arm. Now, let's go to the part C. All right, so you got right here. So lift this up. All right, once lifted up, you want to come over here, and then you want to flip these. You want to come down here, flip these. All right, until you can see there's holes at the bottom, right? I'm gonna come down here. You want to flip this down. All right, once you flip down, you should have part C already. All right, so that's part C. Now let's get into combining everything. All right, so part A and part, my mistake, D. It was supposed to be D, but I got messed up. All right, so there's these two pieces right here that's supposed to go into the bottom of Silverbolt. Right there. All right, then you just want to attach them. All right, and then make sure that the skirt pieces are flipped in. All right, so once everything is snapped in, you should have this facing up before you attach this. I forgot to do that, but let's just do this. All right, it should snap into place. It doesn't snap really, but it's supposed to be put into place. All right, once put into place, there is a hole, and you can kind of see right here that you can't see the hole, but you can just see. You just want to push that in and make sure that it's like tight and good. You should feel it moving. All right, so you got everything ready. All right, then the next thing that you want to do is you just want to, push this in, and the thing is that it's supposed to go into these holes. And there are also some other holes you can't really see. There's some holes in the feet that's supposed to be these going, and this part and this part is supposed to go into these holes. So you can see them, right? All right, just want to snap those in. All right. No, make sure that the wings are still facing outwards, because that's kind of an important part. And another thing that you want to do is you want to come over here, and you should push this forward a bit. It should just like lock into place like that. It should just push this forward. It locks into place right there. I'm gonna push this down, and it doesn't really lock into place because this piece is still up there. You want to flip in the wings. Well, bam, you got yourself the body of Superion. So then you want to come over here to part B. Grab your part B's, all right? Then you just want to make sure they're facing upwards, and then now I'm gonna have to rearrange everything. So boom. Now, all right, let me face it upwards. All right, so you can see the legs. Okay, adjust it. Now, just want to push this in front. You can see it in front of these black pieces, and then you just want to slide Superion in. All right, once you slide it in, you got yourself the legs of Superion. I'm just gonna have to adjust the camera a bit. You can see Superion. All right, once you got Superion done, you just want to bring in your part C's. Now, so you got your first arm. You just want to slide it in right there. You can just want to slide it into the foot. Now, let me show you a cool trick that you can do. Now, the thing is that with you know how these are already connected, I'm gonna have it unconnected for now because I didn't know about this until I read the instructions. But yeah, so I'm just gonna make sure everything. So you can see right here that everything is gonna be pushed back into where it was for this guy. Hold on, let me just get it. Let me just work with it. Now it is disconnected, but it gets reconnected once you put everything back together. So let me just do this. All right, so you can just see right here that I can just push it back in. All right, and it's connected, right? So one thing that you can do is that you can actually like pull it apart. So you just want to pull it, and well, bam. So that's how you do it. Now, if you didn't have Superion yet, then you could just do it the way that I showed you to. But no, this is another way you could do it. All right, so and then you want to, great, this keeps falling off. So then, just want to do the exact same thing that I showed you earlier. This, like this. Okay. And then you just want to push it in. All right. So yeah. All right. So we're going to turn to the back over here. And these are for the legs, all right? So that was the arm transformation. I don't have slingshot, but slingshot and, well, slingshot and vortex share the same connection way thing. So it's just the exact same thing with slingshot. It's just it's a different transformer. But anyways, let's bring in air raid. So let me push down the camera. You can see down to the legs. All right. So what you want to do is you, I think it's, let's see. I think it's this leg. This leg. It's actually okay. It's this leg. All right. So what you want to do? So there's a problem with mine. The foot doesn't want to stay in. Thankfully, this solves it, and I don't have to be embarrassed to show it. So these two right here, these two pegs right here, you can see right there, and then these two pegs are supposed to go into this hole, and these holes. So then you just want to slide it in, and there's this mechanism where you can't manually close the doors, but you can push this part down here in, and it closes like a door. Same thing for the other side. Right? So you just want to push this in. Ah, damn. Alright, so. Alright, so you want to push it in. It is kind of hard. It is hard. I'm going to say that right now. It is hard to push it in. If you want to come over to the front, you can. Come to the front. And you just want to make sure that it's... Alright, so you just want to make sure that this part right here is being pushed on here. So let me just turn to the front. You can kind of see that it just pushes its own. So I'm just going to make sure everything is aligned. Alright, so now we'll come to the side. You can see that I just got to push this in. Alright, so that's one part. Then to actually secure it, you want to push this in. So you want to push those holes that I showed you into those pegs. Now, for some reason, I think you just need to push it in a little more, but this is as far as it goes. You can see like it's a dented door. Well, if I just use my finger, just close it completely. Yeah, but it's not perfect, but it still works. Alright, so yeah, that's how you do the legs on Superion. Let me fix this. Right. So then you want to come over here and grab your sniper rifle gun, and then you want to grab your Silverbolt gun. You want to push it in like that. All right. So then you want to come over here to flip this out, of course, and then what you want to do is you want to come over here and push it in. And then you got yourself your gun. So yeah, this is one massive figure. So I'm going to do size comparison. So let me show you. So I'm just going to push it down because obviously. Alright, so this is top spin with Superion. You can see how Superion's big. Now this is how combiners are, because combiners are depicted or supposed to be designed to be like massive when, you know, a transformer's like this size. No, combiner should be the size of... A transformer should be the size of at least the calf of combiner. But here he is with Spinnestor. So yeah, combiners are not the biggest, but they are pretty big. Now, I'm gonna size comparison with my Defensor. Now, I'm just gonna push him Defensor to the side. Alright, you can see right here. I'm gonna bring up the camera. Alright, look here. Now, this really doesn't count. Just look how he's just bigger. He's a bit bigger. No, he's just a bit bigger from Superion. Now, let's take a look. From my favorite Bruticus. Right, so you can see right here. So, I don't know, but I think my Bruticus is smaller than my Defensor, but yeah, here he is. So, yeah. So, yeah, Superion is a really big figure. I'm just going to say that right now. He is really, really big. Like, look at him. One problem with mine is that one of the antennas just pops off whenever it wants to. But yeah, I'm can't wait to get the new Bruticus that is coming out in 2026, because this is kind of awkward to put a Decepticon on an Autobot's body. But yeah, this is Superion. It is really big, looks like the Generation 1, very cool. And it does what the Generation 1 has, where it has the back foot, or the back half, and the arm. Now, one thing about this is that it, even in Generation 1, it even showed Silverbolt transforming into all of this, and then and Firefly, Skydive, Slingshot, and Air Raid just jumping onto him. So yeah, there was skeleton combiners before. So yeah, this is Superion, really massive figure, really cool. I'm just gonna put my hand up here. You can see how much bigger he is. Really cool figure. I'm honestly, it's really cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think you should get this for yourself. Besides the price, that's one thing about the price. The pricing is really expensive, but it is one massive and very cool figure. Yeah, and if you have a Menasor, which I don't, you can actually battle this out. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. And until then, Autobots, transform and roll out. Thank you all for watching my videos. Please like and subscribe.